and welcome to another goals review, this time February. I have to say I have been struggling a bit with uploading and filming and life in general. I was on cortisone for 4 weeks. I also had a cold and it kind of made life a bit harder. So, but I'm feeling so much better now. Cortisone didn't help, but at least I'm off it, and I'm just grateful for that because it wasn't so much fun to have all the side effects. Yeah, it is what it is. But I thought for today we're just gonna do a little February review, how my goals are going, even though I was a bit reduced in my energy and in all of it, but I think I still made some progress. So let's check in. So one of my free term goals is to read 24 books, so kind of like 2 per month. In January I did read 7, and then in February I read 3, so much less, but still we are like 46% on the progress bar, and that is definitely completely enough, I would say. I read definitely micro resolutions, like how small habits can change your whole life, and that's a book that I started a few years ago, and it really kind of got me into tiny habits, small habits, and this is still one that I really enjoy and like to read maybe once a year because it's at the library. I usually get it from there in the beginning of the year and just enjoy it really much. Then I have a goal to finish the A1.2 course in Spanish at Bubble. In January I was fully in. I managed 30%. I think it was like 18 lessons. I would say February definitely was slower. I only made progress of like 11%, so I'm now at 41, which is totally fine. I'm really happy with the progress. I didn't do as many lessons, but I still was quite consistent with doing the vocabulary. So I'm still okay with the progress. I'm doing really well. My goal in the home category is I have made my home feel like a cottage. I would say I didn't do so much in February. The only thing was I really try to keep my table in the kitchen clean and declutter free, and it really does a difference if I do that every evening, go through it and clean it. And that is definitely a habit that I feel like if you do that, it's a bit like a keystone habit. If you do that, then a lot of other things happen that feel good. Like it's so much easier to keep the rest of the kitchen clean as well. So I definitely want to continue working on that habit. Then I have 2 goals in my love category or self-love category. One is I practice self-love, self-care, and secure attachment on a daily basis. I did a self-love challenge in February because of Valentine's Day, and I thought it was a really nice thing. I tried some mirror work, I tried some EFT tapping, I did some guided meditations, and I would say that's the one I keep I'm very stable with that one. I tried some journaling, but I didn't really get into it yet. So I think now March is definitely the month where I'm better in journaling. But yeah, overall I'm happy with the progress. Then the second goal was to learn how to manifest, and that is a goal that I paused. I didn't really work on it in February, so we're just gonna see if I can go into a manifestation practice in the evening. I did that in December and really liked it, and maybe I could just go back to where I was before. My finance goal is to save 60,000 Norwegian krone, and I've reached the first milestone that I had, but I have to say currently I pay for physiotherapy from the US, and it's quite expensive, so it's a bit less that I can save than I had planned to, but it is what it is. Sometimes we just have to focus on other things, your health, for example. I also have not been very consistent with my budget planner, so I really would like to get back onto that in March and really updating it, and yeah, maybe finding a habit to track it more regularly. In the social life category, I'm a good friend and I have found 2 new friends. And obviously this is a bit harder to say how much progress you make. I mean, you don't quantify your friendships or progress, how much have you been friends or whatever, but I mostly want to think about, do I meet people on a regular basis, and do I feel like the meetups that I have with people recharge me, feel like fulfill me, feel like where I'm connected, where I have good conversations. And I would say that was definitely the case for February. So I'm really happy how it's going. Then I have 2 health goals. The first one is I eat and move in tune with my nervous system, resulting in gentle weight loss of 12 to 18 pounds. Because I was on cortisone for 4 weeks, I actually gained back almost all the weight that I had lost in January. And I obviously know that this is just temporary and we'll get it off again. It is frustrating, can't lie about that. And I still think I've done a lot of work, like mental work, with really learning that abundance works for me. Having food in the house makes me feel safe and reduces the cravings. And I think we're now in the second phase where I'm gonna start exploring some other things. I definitely see I'm craving a bit more, trying new recipes. I also have started to not watch TV while eating, which has been a habit that was really hard to break. So it's still kind of like a small plant that I'm watering, and I'm seeing how it's going. And yeah, it is what it is when it comes to the weight, but there's so much more about it, so it's okay. We're at, I think, what are we? 14%. So not so far, but compared to my Spanish goal, for example, yeah, it's okay. So February started quite dramatically because I got knee injuries and I really thought like, I just can't do anything. I'm just injuring myself all the time. This is completely hopeless and I can't do Growth Joe anymore and all that. And there were a lot of like negative thoughts. But thankfully my physiotherapist was really helpful and gave me a better plan, and also saying like, you have to have the rest days. You can't go like 5 days a week and then crushing out for 2 weeks. We have to be more consistent. And I really tried to get into training Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. Doesn't work out every week, but we're still working on that. And I also have done more workouts. I think I'm 25%, so I have done 25 workouts so far. I think that is great. I mean, that is great progress. And I also finished my Conqueror challenge. Let me show you. It's the Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone challenge. I think it was 113 kilometers, and I counted one workout as 1 kilometer. Here is the medal. It is quite heavy and it's absolutely stunning. I also think, didn't I get, oh yeah, I got also one. And I think you could open something here. Yeah, right, okay. Here, you could open this. And then you had a ticket to Hogwarts. Isn't that pretty? So this is a really cool thing. I love this. Oh, yeah. So that's my my medal. Very happy about that, and Alamora. And these are actually the goals that I've been working on. I'm really happy with progress, even though February wasn't a great month. I still made some progress on some a bit more than others, but I'm also thinking like, having this weekly check-in, looking at my goals and deciding on something for the next week is working really well. And if I think about how many goal setting systems I have tried through the years, especially if you've been here for a longer while, I've tried everything, and I have to say I've been so consistent with that system that I have now, like doing a goal review every Sunday, putting down goals and habits that I'm going to work on that week for the next week in my sidebar, in my planner, and then doing a monthly review in addition. Sometimes it can be a bit, not overwhelming, but a lot. So you have to have a bit of time to do it. But I definitely see the progress, and that's really fun to see. I have to say I feel really confident with most of my goals. Like they stretch me, but they're not feeling like I've never be able to complete them. And that is a really nice feeling, I would say. So that's about my goals. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday, and I see you very soon. Bye bye.